Okay, hi. Thank you, Vin, for that warm introduction. Okay, so today we will be talking about the same thing. So we'll be doing about how to we'll be understanding more about how to do some weight management, and also today we're going to focus about weight loss. In the last episode, we're talking about how we need to be sure of our posture, and also how to get the blood to flow, the blood circulation. And actually today we'll be talking about some things that you guys need to understand so that we're able to have the best weight management. So firstly, when we talk about weight loss, does eating less food will ensure successful weight loss? Because I'm sure a lot of people will understand, will want to know about this. But some people might think that no, that's of course a no. But if you want to be successful with this weight management, just because you eat a little bit doesn't mean it'll work. So some people might have these results, but others is not the best solution for everyone. So that is why we need to have some strategies which you are able to lose weight more efficiently. So over here, we'll be looking at 3 big strategies which can help us lose weight and get a more perfect body. So before we start actually losing, the first strategy is that we need to make sure that our digestion and our detoxification functions are in good condition, because a lot of people will complain that their tummy is too big most of the time, or they have indigestion or constipation where your tummy is bloated, or you have poor metabolism. So actually we need to know how, when do we poop? How does your poop look like? So actually our digestive system is really, really important and vital when it comes to losing weight, because a lot of people who aren't able to lose weight successfully, most of the time is because of their poor condition of their digestive systems. And also, the second strategy is to have a balanced nutritional intake. I'm sure a lot of people who are dieting, we for sure will eat less, right? But because when we're eating less, then that we will have less nutritional value, right? So we'll be intaking less nutritional value. So later on, we'll be discussing on how to eat less, but also have more nutritional value. And also the third strategy is to boost our metabolism system. So if our metabolism is poor, then it's really easy to gain weight, as the food that we consume can really easily gather together within our body. So we need to have metabolism so that it can transfer fat into energy that we can use, right? So the first point is, how do we achieve healthy digestion and detoxification? Okay, so our digestion and detoxification functions are actually really closely related, because it includes our stomach and our intestines. So if our digestive system is good, then naturally our detoxification functions will be also good. So now let's see. There are 4 aspects that we need to look out for if we want to have the best weight management. So the first thing is that we need to take care of our diet, our food. So fiber is actually really important, because fiber is the thing that helps us go to the restroom, right? So actually, when people are losing weight, they also, other than fiber, we also need to healthy oils also. I'm sure a lot of people who are dieting, they would restrict themselves from all of the oil intake, right? But actually we really need oil. Okay, if we're talking about processed oil, or like oil that is not that good, then of course oil is not good, right? But we can also choose omega-6, or fish oil. So these type of oil is actually better and also good for our body. And also, other than eat our food, water is also really, really important. So actually, some people who have constipation, it probably is not because of their food intake, but also because of your water intake. So because if we have more water inside, more water content, then our feces is able to move, our bowel movement is able to be easier, right? So that is why drinking water is also really, really important. So of course, the third aspect is to exercise. I'm sure you guys don't really think about this, right? Because I'm sure some people will think that, oh, they have constipation or they have indigestion. It's really because people nowadays sit for a very long time and we don't stimulate our stomach and we don't stimulate our abs. So that is why we need to have some movements, we exercise, or even if we just breathe and then we massage our belly, then it can help stimulate the bowel movement. So that is why we also need to exercise. And last but not least is that within our belly, within our stomach, within our intestines, there's a lot of gut bacteria, right? So the gut bacteria within our digestive systems, it needs to have a balanced ratio because there's bad bacteria and also good bacteria, right? So we need to grow and we need to boost up the good bacteria, and also we need to, so that it's able to eat up the bad bacteria. So that is how it works. And also some of the food that the bacteria likes to eat is like fiber from plants and fruits, and also consuming foods like probiotic, like healthy prebiotic and also probiotic. And also there's also some naturally fermented food like a Japanese dish called miso soup, or Korea's kimchi, or yogurt. These are really amazing fermented food that can help stimulate our stomach. So if you have really severe constipation problems, especially for women, especially for some people before their period, they will have these problems. So we need to make sure we need to regulate our stomach, our digestive systems, and our bowel movement so that is in a good condition before we can start dieting. Okay, so sometimes when our constipation is too severe, some people will say they already eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, but they still can't use the restroom. So they need some help. So what it can help, there's a supplement that can help enhance bowel movement is called lactose. Okay, so lactose, it helps stimulate the bowel system, but how does it help stimulate the bowel system? It's actually really different from laxatives. Because it's not a medicine and it's made out of natural ingredients. So lactose is actually a type of sugar. It's like a sugar, and then when you eat it, then it will be eaten by the live bacteria, because lactose is a food that our good bacteria really likes. So when these live bacteria, these good bacteria eat these lactose, then it is going through this fermentation process, and so it produces this carbon dioxide. So when there's carbon dioxide, it expands the intestinal walls, and because there's this pressure and there's more air, so it stimulates this bowel movement. So it's actually not laxatives, so it actually stimulates the intestines so that the feces can move. So okay, actually lactose also have another thing called GOS. So what GOS is that is a type of sugar, but it's not really similar to the normal white sugar which you eat, because this is the type of sugar that your gut bacteria loves. So even if it's still named as a sugar, but it's a completely different things, because GOS is beneficial for the bacteria. The normal white sugar, when you eat too much, it will help boost the growth of the bad bacteria. But if you want to help the growth of the good bacteria, then you can kill off the bad bacteria, right? So your gut balance can be at a balanced state. So GOS is a food that's good for the good bacteria. And so what's special about this GOS is that it's acid and heat resistant, so that when it's at the stomach, it doesn't digest and also go through and as nothing. And so it's able to protect itself and reach the intestines, where it can improve our digestive systems. So other than becoming food for our gut bacteria in the intestines, it can also increase the fecal water content, like locking water within our feces, so our feces doesn't become so dry. And so if our feces isn't so dry, then it can prevent constipation or poor digestion. And okay, so the second question is how to reduce the amount of calories without reducing the quality. So amount refers to calories, and also quality refers to nutrients. So because people who are dieting, they will want to eat less, right? But if they eat less, that means that we'll eat less nutrients. So what we need to do is that we need to have supplements to help us so that we're able to lose weight even easier. So actually we have the Centralite S, which is a meal replacement, which can help you. Okay, I'm sure that a lot of people will think that meal replacements are milk powder, but it's actually really different. And Centralite S, the main point of it is that it's low in calories. It's only 160 calories, which is only half the calories of your rice. So in each pack, there's really low calories, but it's high in protein. It has 12 grams of protein. Furthermore, it has 13 different types of vitamin and 14 minerals. So meal replacement can help reduce calories, but also consume the nutrients that your body needs. Furthermore, in Centralite S, it also has this saffron extract, which can improve our emotional behavior and also prevent you wanting to consume or craving more food, more food. So why is this so? It can boost our serotonin levels and also improve our emotional behavior and also let us feel more calm so that our body won't need to have any craving or for food. So why is this so? It's because it can boost the serotonin levels in the brain. Where the serotonin levels are high, then the brain will message to our body that it's really, really fulfilled, and also we don't need anything more. So we will feel really blessed and also very fulfilled. So for example, I'm sure some people really like to eat chocolate, right? So they'll eat chocolate, and after they eat chocolate, they'll feel really blessed and they will feel really fulfilled and they won't want to eat anything else. So by consuming Centralite S is able to help fulfill this craving, fulfill this to have this feeling of fulfillment and blessed, so they won't want to eat more. And also serotonin levels is actually a happy hormone. It can suppress cravings, reduce sugary snacks, and also reduce our appetite. Okay, other than that, there's also isolated soy protein, which is protein extracted from soy, and the ingredients actually come from the United States, and it doesn't have any GMO. Okay, so why do we need to have this soy protein? It is because we just said just now we need to have more protein compared to a normal condition because we need to maintain our muscle mass, right? Because we're not consuming enough nutrients. So that is why we need to have this protein to build up the muscles. And so once we have good muscle mass, then it's also able to increase the metabolic rate. So because we're eating less, and also that's why the protein that we consume will be lesser. So we need to have another replacement or another supplement where we can eat more protein, where we can lose weight really healthily and also lose weight really nicely. Okay, so other than the isolated soy protein is that it has soluble fiber. There's 30 different types of soluble fiber. So why is this so important? Because saffron extract can already regulate our emotions, and so we won't be that craved for sweet foods, right? But actually, our blood sugar will also affect our emotions and also make us crave for food. We need to maintain a balanced level of this blood sugar level. Because if our blood sugar level is high and then suddenly low, then it'll give it'll give a message to our brain that, oh, we need more sugar to maintain this blood sugar level. And that is why you will crave for more food. So that is why this soluble fiber is really important, as it can regulate our blood sugar, and also it makes the change in blood sugar levels slowly and moderately, and it will not suddenly peak or fall. So we need to also consume a bit of vegetables. That's what we recommend, because within vegetables and also fruits, there's a lot of fiber, soluble fiber. And other than that, soluble fiber can extend our satiety effect. What this means is that it can decrease your want or cravings or appetite, because actually dieting doesn't always mean to eat little, but to eat correctly. We need to have sufficient protein and soluble fiber, and also decrease your intake of carbohydrates, as it can make you feel hungry, and you really need to eat quickly. Really soon. So that's why you need to consume protein, healthy oils, and also high soluble fiber. So you have a feeling of fulfillment and also have a healthy nutrition. So over here, I would like to share a news that I found a few days ago. I'm not sure if you guys know. So there's this bodybuilder influencer who has damaged his kidney by consuming too much protein. He consumed 20 eggs per day and also 200 grams of protein powder daily. So even though I say you need to consume high amounts of protein, but you cannot go extreme, right? You need to know what is extreme. How much protein do you need daily? Okay, so the way you need to find out by taking your weight multiplied by 0.8 grams, and that is the amount of protein that you need per day. So basically take your weight, and then also you have to consume the protein amount that you need to consume is less than your weight. So that is how you maintain, and that is how you know it's perfect. And also consuming so much protein, like 300 grams, that is way too much. So actually from Sensorlight, there's actually 12 grams of protein per pack. So actually, according to research, you just need to consume 20 grams of protein, because if you eat too much, then it will just be wasted away, and you'll just consume that little amount only. So let me teach you a really easy way to consume to make sure that you don't eat too much or too little. Is that you can add milk, and also you can add plain yogurt. Then your protein amount is already sufficient for the day. Okay, so the last step is that how do we boost the metabolic rate? So that's what I said just now. We really need to exercise, because exercising, you can increase your metabolic rate. And also you need to have enough muscle mass, because if you don't have enough muscles, then your metabolism will be slower. So I'm sure a lot of people dislike to exercise, or I also understand that a lot of people don't really have the time to exercise, right? So actually, Trigenas can burn stored fat and also block the future fat accumulation that we might have. So through what way or method does it help? So actually, Trigenas uses 4 big actions. So all of the ingredients they use is actually really natural, and also they're natural extracts from natural ingredients. So what is the very first action? The very first action is that it can increase heat, which is called thermogenesis. And what does this thermogenesis do? Is that it helps transform fat into heat, and also doesn't allow your extra energy to become accumulated fat. And so this is one way to improve your metabolism rate. Okay, so the second action is that it boosts your metabolism. So, and particularly boost your metabolism at our brown adipocyte, which is also our brown fat. So the brown fat actually helps our body create energy, and this energy is the energy we can actually use when we're running, when we're walking. So this is the energy that we use. It is basically like a factory that transfers stored energy to active energy. So that is why Trident S can boost this function, and also there won't be any accumulated fat, as this brown fat will be burned off as you exercise or as you do your everyday movements. So that is why if we consume too much carbohydrates, if we consume too much sugar, that it will change into glucose, right? And with too much energy, that will be stored as fat. And that is why boosting metabolism in the brown fat, it can help change our fat into energy that we can use. So the third action is that it can reduce the stored fat, as Trident S has components that can help us, especially when we're sleeping, to burn off all of the fat. So actually we already have, when we sleep, we are already burning off fat, we're already burning off fat. However, Trident S can help boost this burning fat system even faster and quicker. So it actually targets the white fat or the white adipocyte, which makes us seem fat around our tummy. And that is why when we sleep, it can disintegrate the fat. So that is why it can disintegrate the fat into smaller sizes. So even if your weight didn't change, but your waist circumference will become smaller because fat is lighter than muscles. Okay, so the fourth action is that it can reduce the carbohydrate absorption to prevent any future fat accumulation, because you don't want your fat to come back again, right, when you start eating more. So inside this, Trident S has this black bean extract, which can help our intestines to not digest the carbohydrates, like our stomach won't digest the carbohydrates, and so it cannot be digested. And so it won't be changed into glucose, and that's why your stomach won't consume too much sugar, and it won't have too much fat accumulation in your body at the end. So that is why we would recommend people to consume Trident S 15 to 20 minutes before a meal, so they can prepare itself before preventing the carbs to be digested. Of course, you might ask that if does this natural ingredients have any results, or if it's efficient? Okay, there's actually 4 research which shows the benefit. So the very first research is that in just 16 weeks, without any exercises, if you just maintain your heart rate and also maintain your regular movement, then actually you can lose 180,000 calories even while you sleep every night. So you don't need to do anything. It's already reducing 180,000 calories every single day if you consume Trident S. Okay, so now the second research is that it can effectively reduce carbohydrate absorption. So how do you know if the carbohydrate absorption, how do they check this? Is that they check it from blood sugar levels. As you can see in the blue line, it is the blood sugar levels where they didn't consume Trident S, but the red line indicates the sugar levels, the blood sugar levels when they consume Trident S. So as you can see that even before, during, and after meals, the blood sugar levels of those who consume Trident S is always lower than those who are not even consuming Trident S. So it really works. Okay, now the third research is our weight. So after 30 days, so averagely, approximately, of the research, all of the people who participated show a difference in the weight and body weight. So in average, everyone lost in 3.18 kg in weight, and also lost 5 cm in hip circumference and reduced 5.6 within our waist circumference. So actually, if we lose 5 cm, it's already like losing a lot because your pants can't even stand anymore, right? So within 12, there's another research that says that within 12 weeks, it can reduce 9.7% in the abdominal fat, so fat within your belly. And also in 16 weeks, the total fat mass is reduced by 63% from all parts of our body. Okay, so today, if we really want to lose weight, then how do we manage? How do we plan out this diet plan successfully? So if your stomach or if your digestion system is already not that good in the beginning, that is why I would recommend you guys in the first 3 or 6 days of your diet, you should consume lactose S or lactose. So actually, what's the difference between lactose S and lactose is that lactose S is stronger than lactose. So that is why if people who have worse cases of constipation, then you can consume lactose S. So after you consume your lactose, then you can eat your breakfast. And remember that before you consume your breakfast, you should eat Trident S, as it can prevent the absorption of some of the carbohydrates. Okay, as you can see up there, I've written the time, so 7 to 8 a.m. But actually, you can manage it according to your own diet. And so actually a perfect diet isn't one that a dietitian gives you, but it's actually the one that actually fits your schedule. If you're someone who doesn't wake up that early, then you can of course move this whole schedule back. So at 10 a.m., so according to this sample, at 10 a.m. you can eat some small snacks like nuts or yogurt. So these healthy snacks you can consume. And also after 2 to 3 hours of your snacks, then you can consume your lunch. And of course, you can eat a normal meal. And also before that, 15 to 30 minutes before eating your meat, then you can consume your Trident S. So actually during your meal, you should eat a balanced nutrition. And also after your lunch, you might feel really hungry. So you can consume snack at 4 p.m. So like 3 to 4 hours from your lunch. And also your dinner is the same as your breakfast. So you can consume a Trident S before eating your Essential Light meal replacement. So I'm sure that some people really like to eat supper. Then you can control by not eating for 12 hours. So if you're not eating for 12 hours, it is able to help you maintain this weight management. So after you have lost all of your weight until you reach your ideal weight, then you can actually stop eating the meal replacement or eat one meal replacement per day, or you can stop using lactose, where you can consume it once a month or once a week, or whenever you want to consume it, whenever you feel like you need it. And also you can also consume dinner, and also you can also consume supper, but of course you need to consume a Trident S before it so that it can prevent the absorption of the carbohydrates. So you can actually change it according to your meal plan. So what the bottom line is that you need to make your diet plan according to your own lifestyle. And also you should remember that you need to do one detox once a week, like consume lactose once a week. And also you need to exercise so that you're able to maintain or lose the weight and get the perfect body that you want. So that's the end of my sharing. Thank you. And so see you guys next week.